And a very pleasant good day to each and every one of you. Time now for weather news with J7409. The name you know, the news you can use. Sorry I wasn't back last evening. I didn't have electricity a lot yesterday. We had some pretty severe thunderstorms. A little bit of hail, not too bad. We had some trees to fall. We had some wildlife to try to get out of the water to get to safety, and believe it or not, a snake made the electricity go off. And we have had, I don't know, at least two or three really big trees fall in the last several hours right here where I live. So, it's not raining at the moment, but it's coming all back this afternoon. And before I get going, I want to show you guys right quickly where severe weather should be for today. Now, we've got some scattered strong storms, and some of these are going to be severe, and they're expected to develop this afternoon across the high plains of Wyoming and California. Okay? Not California, Colorado. You can tell I haven't been up too very long this morning. And then they're going to spread southeast across Kansas and Oklahoma. Then they're going to go just like this. Okay? So if you live in these areas, these storms are expected to develop this afternoon across the high plains of Wyoming and Colorado, and then spread southeast across the Kansas, Oklahoma area vicinity throughout tonight. Now, my friends, I want to tell you, if you live up and down this East Coast here, the rain's just not going to go right away, okay? Like I say, it's not raining at my house right now, but it's going to come back this afternoon. 60, 70, 80% chances of these thunderstorms like we've been having. We've had thunder, we've had cloud to ground, lightning, the water hitting down in the water out here. It was something to see. Very beautiful, but it's very dangerous. So, very, very heavy rain in these storms also. A little bit of hail sometimes, not always. This is what you're going to have to put up with for probably through Tuesday morning, especially around the Carolina coastline here, right up in here. What's going on all over? Well, let's turn on the map, courtesy, of course, of Tropical Tidbits, and this is the GFS map. So here we go. We got widespread showers and thunderstorms are expected across the central U.S., and the upper level system is going to dig southward across the Central Plains today and into the Mississippi Valley by tomorrow. Now, a moist and unstable air mass is in place, and it's going to allow for environmental favorable for severe weather and heavy to excessive rainfall, particularly along a surface cold front as it moves slowly south and eastward through the central and southern plains. Now, with a trailing portion banked up against the Colorado Rockies. Now, for today, both the Storm Prediction Center and other models, of course, have a marginal to slight risk of severe weather, as I was talking about earlier, from Oklahoma, Kansas, back into the central high plains. Excuse me. Now, coming up tomorrow, heavy rain again. It becomes a concern along the frontal boundary from the lower Ohio Valley to the southern plains, and there's a slight risk of some flash flooding there. And on Tuesday, excessive rainfall, okay? Now, to the east, we got a lingering front that's going to keep showers and thunderstorms in the forecast for the next couple of days across much of the southeast and deep south. That's why I keep telling you. It's going to keep on raining. Even when it slacks up, our chances, we'll still have a chance of a little rain shower almost for an entire week, people. Now, the best chance for heavy to locally excessive rains is going to be across eastern, North, and South Carolina as the tropical moisture interacts with the stalled boundary, just sitting there. Now, unsettled weather returns to the mid-Atlantic and the Appalachians by tomorrow, as this boundary begins lifting northward and the previously mentioned upper level system I was talking about approaches from the west. We still got that dangerous heat wave that's ongoing across parts of southwestern California, and it's going to begin to build northward into the northwestern states this afternoon and tomorrow. Excessive heat warnings everywhere, watches, advisories, they're all in effect for portions of interior California and the Northwest, with afternoon highs once again in the upper 90s to low 100s. So expect little relief from the heat overnight as well, with daily high minimum records possible up and down the west coast. Now, the hot and dry conditions combined with locally gusty winds also increases the fire weather threats. Okay, it's going on now. We all know what's going on out in California. It's just awful, people. The fire is totally out of control. People have died. I can't even remember how many homes have been completely destroyed right now. I mean, it's just awful. We need to keep those people in our prayers, okay? Now, I know you see this little system going off up here. Don't worry about it. This one is going to dissipate also. Later on, about a week from now or so, we may, I'm not saying it's going to, but we may have a system develop that comes up around the Baja region right here. I'll have to wait and see if that develops. I have a new little gizmo here I want to share with everybody. When tornadoes or severe thunderstorms or anything out of the ordinary that would be danger to anyone happens, I have this new little gizmo here that alerts me immediately. It goes kind of like this. I don't know if you guys are hearing that or not, but it makes an alert sound, a warning sound, and it's gone off twice this morning, but now all of those threats are over with. But you can see earlier this morning we had an alert up here in northeastern Oklahoma, up in this area. This is the way that it's looking right now. Of course, all of this is going to move over, and then we're going to have some more to develop later this evening and move back down. So don't worry, any watches, warnings of any type that come out, I'll be sure and put them up for you. If this is your first time over with Weather News with J7409, please subscribe, click the bell, click the email notification. Do everything you can to make sure you get all the latest weather forecasts, news, watches, warnings, and tropical weather as it happens. And if you do this and maybe YouTube don't send you a notification, just go to Google, hashtag weatherj7409. Should take you right to my videos. We're looking at the Cape map right now. Of course, this measures the energy in the air that can spawn these dreadful waterspouts and tornadoes, with all of the severe thunderstorm activity going on. It's set for 8 a.m. this morning. You know the deal, where you see the purple or the red. The other still has a lot of energy in it, but that's what you really want to look for, the purple or the red, if you're in those areas. So we're going to move it up to around lunchtime today. You can see how this system is tracking on across. Looks like it kind of wants to get more energy right in here around Kansas and Colorado. Most of it's out in the Gulf, and this is just other systems. You don't have to worry about them turning into anything as of now, okay? Also, down around the coastline of the Gulf and in the Florida Panhandle and down in the midsection of Florida, we've got all this energy. Look at here, look at here. Let's just measure right in here. See how much it is right quick. Getting on up there. 2,457 JKGs. You need to be aware of that, okay? This is around lunchtime today, all around the Gulf Coast border states, including Florida. Also up here in South Carolina and down south of North Carolina. Let's measure this right quick. Well, it's even higher. 2,863 JKG. So keep that in mind. Now, as we move on along, we'll boost it up to around 4 or 5 this afternoon. You can see these storms are or these storms are getting stronger. These rain patches and systems are getting stronger. There is a good chance some of these could turn severe, just as I was talking about. You need to watch out also down around Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. You could have some thunderstorms also, but looking like Alabama and Mississippi and Louisiana, you're in the biggest threat this evening later. And we'll move up to around 8 p.m. this evening. Don't look like a whole lot's changing. It's just spreading more down, going through Oklahoma, Arkansas, a little bit of Missouri, still up here in the Kansas area, and a little bit of the Texas Panhandle. So when midnight tonight rolls around, this is what it's looking like. So everybody just about from the tip of the Florida Panhandle all the way over as you go around the Gulf. If you live on the coastlines, you could have some severe weather. And that's going to wrap it up for weather news today with J7409. Thank you so much for watching, subscribing, commenting, liking, all the good stuff you do for me. Everybody, please take care. Be safe, and if some of this severe weather does happen to pop up in the areas that you are in, please make sure that you have a safe place to go to. And keep your eyes on the sky. You'll know when the clouds are building, and when they start building, that's your signal to get somewhere out from outside, especially if you're outside, and go in the house and just watch the clouds and see how they progress, if they grow or if they go around or if they bring you some severe weather. You know what to do. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching. Peace, love, and kindness to all.